So this chair is the inflatable chair. So that's what this is about. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. If you don't know, my name is Cooper. And of course, today we are talking about something very new, very exciting, the new IKEA PS 2026 collection. So, you guys, this literally launched today. It's not even available in stores until tomorrow. And so, I wanted to give you guys kind of the first look and first impressions here. Today, we are going to go over the collection now that it's launched online. And then tomorrow, we are going to head to IKEA together and check out the collection in person and see what it's all about. So the first thing that you might be wondering here is, what is IKEA PS? What does that mean? That's kind of a random name to just pick. Well, IKEA PS is actually not something that's new. It's been running since around 1995, and it's by far IKEA's most experimental line. IKEA is very much centered around democratic design, which is something that I'm a huge fan of, where form, function, quality, and low price are all considered equally in the formulation of different furniture pieces and creating things that feel accessible to everybody and not just the luxury market, because, as we all know, furniture can get expensive. So the last launch of IKEA PS was in 2017. So this is their 10th edition. And because of that, there's been this really large gap between the launches. And so this one specifically is kind of a big deal for IKEA in general. And we've got a couple different things going on here. We have 44 different products. We have 12 designers, both independent and operating with IKEA. And they've all kind of been given the same exact brief, which is make something simple but not boring. So today we're going to prove to all those crazy minimalists out there that not everything that's simple has to be boring and gray and stale. Alright guys, so I went ahead and opened up the IKEA PS 2026 website, and from what I'm seeing in these little sneak peeks at the bottom, I'm honestly already liking what I see. So obviously there's 44 different pieces in this collection. I'm not going to go through every single one of them one by one, but I thought it would be worth it to talk about the ones that stand out to me the most and the ones that I find the most interesting. So immediately upon opening this, I'm seeing a lot of trend influences here, but also some things that could actually stand the test of time. Let's go ahead and take a look at this orange chair here. So this is called the chair bed, and what this does is I think it actually folds out into like a twin size bed. I actually really love this idea for small apartments, if you need to have guests over. However, what I will say is that I do hope and pray they will launch it in maybe a couple other colors as well, just because this bright orange is kind of a lot, and it very much gives that boy apartment style that I don't really love, if you know what I'm saying. So the next thing that I'm really drawn to here is this kind of like cabinet. This is really, really cool. So this is a solid wood cabinet, woven pine veneer doors. And yeah, I think this is a super cute piece. It looks really timeless and it feels really classic. I really, really love when brands experiment with weaving different materials in a way that's not super conventional or seen across different furniture lines. And this is something that really stands out to me in that way. I could see this being really great in a mudroom or an entryway, somewhere where you need a lot of enclosed storage, but you still don't want it to feel boring. The next thing that I'm really drawn to here is this lamp. And I know you might be saying, Cooper, that looks boring. It just looks like a regular globe lamp. Well, if you know anything about me, I actually really love these kind of lamps specifically. I know they tend to lean a little bit more trendy. However, I love this style of lamp for adding in a pop of color or a little unique element. And the reason why I really like this style of lamp particularly is because I think these can be integrated into living rooms in a way that almost feels built in. For example, like placing a couple of these on a console behind your sofa could really give it like a unique, moody kind of bar-like look. The rest of this, it seems very like playful and, you know, kid oriented, which is fine. It looks like we have a futon here or something like this. Yeah, I mean, the sofa bed is not awful. I could see this working great in an office if you want a more light and airy feel. Not the worst thing I've seen. It looks like we have a wooden chair. I think this is called the easy chair, they said. It looks fine. It honestly just looks like another IKEA piece to me. This chair is not really standing out, but this little wall clock, I actually saw this online this morning when it first launched, And oh my gosh, this little table clock is so, so cute. I'm obsessed. I love tubular furniture and decor. I think it's so fun and interesting. And I could totally see this wall clock being like a fun pop of red in a room in your home. Now we have the very controversial bench right here. I love how it's rocking in the image and nothing else is moving. Anyways, this bench, you guys, I don't like to be mean when it comes to new furniture collections because the designers I know worked really, really hard to be creative. I don't really see this working super well for anywhere except for a kid's playroom, or maybe if you have like so much outdoor space, doing something fun like this could be cool. If you really feel the need or really love the feeling of a rocking chair, this could be nice. But my reasoning behind this is that the legs go horizontally instead of kind of back vertically, if that makes sense. And the thing about this is that if I sit on one side and then my cat sits on the other side, it's just going to be like going in all the way in one direction. So, I mean, this would be good for one person. I want to try it out. It looks kind of fun. So hopefully they have it at the IKEA store tomorrow. This is the inflatable. Is it called the inflatable easy chair? I think it's called that. So this was inspired by their Interlige inflatable sofa from the 1990s, which they say frankly fell flat. And they basically go on to say that it's inflatable to help minimize shipping volume, so you can put it in kind of one compact package. I just get concerned about the longevity here. The design here is great. Again, we have this like really primary color green that I don't love. I would love something maybe a little bit more subdued or naturally toned. I think that would feel a lot more authentic to the tubular design that they're trying to go for here. And I think it would also perform really well in their audiences if they were to go a more natural route. But I think this chair is fun. Apparently, it's supposed to be comfortable. I reached out to IKEA to see if they would send me it to do a review. They said no. But, you know, I just don't think that this chair would stand the test of time. I don't know, like, what if you're just walking and you drop scissors or something sharp on it, you know? You're popping, then you pop the chair. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm old fashioned. I don't know what it is, but you know, something about this chair doesn't give long term to me. Again, it is also really trend focused here. So this rug here is just bad. I'm sorry. Why would anybody do this? I get the blooming ink technique. I get it. Same thing with this pillow. I actually think this pillow is better than this rug, but the rug is just like not my favorite. Down here, it looks like we have this cool little table. So this is a like craft table, dining table situation. It folds away. I like this for an office or a craft room or somewhere where you're trying to go for a more light and airy Scandinavian vibe. Again, we kind of have this matching folding chair here. This I actually really, really love because it has these kind of colors integrated into it. It feels almost Eames-like, and I think it's fun. I do like this chair. I think this chair is a little bit more unique and timeless than the rest of the pieces here. We have this kind of storage here. This is a glass door cabinet, so I guess it has this kind of grate on the front. See, the problem with this is that I don't see the point of having a door on some things if you're going to see what's inside. For example, a cabinet of this size, I would put miscellaneous objects in that I don't necessarily want people to see, unless it's like china. This I just don't see much of a use for, to be honest. The color's nice. I do like the color. This blue chair here, I'm kind of torn on. So this is supposed to be like a forwards backwards chair where you can like sit the other way around, which I think is fun. Again, I really wish that they went for a tone that wasn't so saturated and bright blue. I think it could have been fun to maybe do a wooden base for this that was like a true wood grain, and then doing the upholstery in something a little bit more subdued. Obviously, IKEA is like super loud and playful with things, so I get that. I mean, this table, boring. This rug, not my fave. Here's another one of the items that's gotten a lot of attention, which is this adjustable lamp. Honestly, you guys, I love this idea. I think it's really fun. Again, their color story, not my favorite, but what I will say is I do like the fact that they threw in this deep red color because I think that could be used really well. I really love this for a kid's room or maybe a little reading nook or something like that. I think it's creative, I think it's unique, and I think it's simple, and I definitely give props to the designer on this one. It looks like we have the very controversial cabinet back here. I'm not sure what's going on here. Yes, this does look familiar, but this Byakore cabinet apparently had some major issues the last time it launched, but I'm surprised to see it back. I would hope that this is an updated version that's a little bit more sturdy. Yeah, I like this. I think it's nice. Again, kind of EMZ. Here, I mean, I would say that the rest of this stuff just feels pretty trendy to me. I do like the fact that they released a bedside table that is a little bit more simple and is in just like a simple wooden tone, because I think a lot of the bedside tables that they have right now are just not super great. Like, I remember being in college and trying to find a nightstand, and their just options were not wonderful. So I definitely really like this one more than the others, is what I say. And then otherwise, this blue cake stand cart, like, not happening. This pendant light, I think, is okay. Again, this just feels like a knockoff Noguchi stuff, very much on trend right now. While I do think Noguchi lights are timeless in their original shapes, I don't necessarily know if the so-called knockoffs, I don't really feel like this is a knockoff, but the whole like rice paper lighting trend is here to stay in the long run if it's not like a true Noguchi piece or something within that exact silhouette. So I would say, this is not my favorite. This mirror down here, I don't even know who approved this. Like, this is just not okay with me. I don't understand it. I don't know why. I don't want it. I don't want it near me. I do not want to see it. I think now we take a little bit of a breather. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. We're gonna go to IKEA. We're gonna check this out for ourselves and see what's really going down in the IKEA 2026 PS collection. And so I will see you guys there. Okay, we are now at IKEA. We made it. It is the next day because today is the day that it actually finally launched. So we can go and see it, hopefully in store. We're not going to buy anything because I can't afford to do that, but also I don't really want any of it based on what I saw. Here's my cameraman. I think that it's due for an introduction. This is my cameraman and very adorable boyfriend. His name is Andrew. So if you guys ever wonder who's filming or rocking the camera in a way that you don't like, you can blame him.
I'm not an interior decorator, but I do have opinions.
Okay, so we are here at the exhibit. As you can see, it seems as though they have all of the items that we were talking about earlier, so we should be good to look around and see. The first thing that we should check out over here is this chair. So this chair is the inflatable chair. So this chair inflates. That's what this is about. And so what I get worried about with this is the quality, to be honest, doesn't look great in terms of the fabric specifically, but also, I don't know, I have a cat. If my cat goes on this, that's just not going to work out very well because he digs his claws into things. I don't know how well they tested that or, whatever. So I don't know. We'll have to see when the reviews come in of the longevity of that specifically. We have this interesting choice of a rolling cart. I don't like rolling carts, period, point blank. So I don't really know what the appeal is here. Maybe for some kind of storage room, but it just reminds me of like a wedding cake. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's not my favorite thing. This is the chair. Oh, this chair is a lot smaller than I thought it was. So this is it doesn't have a name, but it's called the birch chair. And I think this is just basically like kind of a knockoff or some kind of reproduction of another designer item that's made of all wood. I'm forgetting the exact name of the chair, but I'll put like a picture here. This one here is okay. I think this is fine. I think this is, another kind of reproduction situation of a different designer item. It's not my favorite stuff, but also I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I was curious to see this cabinet because it does have the woven wood details, which I like, but this is veneered wood. And so having that be on like the woven portion, I don't know if I love that just because like longevity, this kind of feels like if I were to press too hard on it, it would break. But this is what I wanted to see because I genuinely don't really understand fully as to the point of this, but it's like Yeah, I mean, yeah, the display here is a little interesting. I think that from what I'm seeing, it's like an IKEA collection, so it's like not super groundbreaking in my opinion. But yeah, so this is the shelf that I was talking about, the like new version of the Biacore shelf, I think it was called, but that one got like a really bad reviews on it because it kept falling on people, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully this version doesn't do that and that they fixed it. I mean, it feels pretty steady there, so I mean, I will take it. But then we have the lamp here, which I would like to see in a place where maybe I can like move it because I'm not going to climb up here right now. But $50 for that is not bad, so not the worst thing in the world. These, I mean, I don't know. Oh my gosh. So this is supposed to be a nightstand. So this is very small. This is like almost too small. So I don't know about that one. Maybe if you live in like a New York City apartment, but a little small for $70, not my thing. These I think are fine. I like that these are a little bit more heavyweight than I initially thought they were. Like they are metal and glass, so that's something that I do appreciate because I think like this would have been really easy to do just like plastic throughout the entire thing. So I appreciate that they're a little more sturdy than I thought. I think they have 3 different lighting temperatures. How do you turn this on? Oh, how did I do that? This, I guess, is the majority of the new collection. I would love to try and find, a place where I can test these items out a little bit more. But before we leave this exhibit, there's this chair. So the fun thing about this chair is that it's supposed to be, you can sit on it like this. Oh, this is actually quite comfortable. But then you can also sit on it like this. I don't really want to do that. But I think you get the gist. So, what do we have here?
A very petite little chair.
Can you test it out?
hmm I'd like it to be a little bit more comfortable. It's honestly a little hard.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's not.
$130.
I would not pay $130 for this chair.
No, how many
No.
stars?
Honestly, like two would be generous. It's really uncomfortable. Independent of the fact that I'm squatting. Even if I was a child, I wouldn't want to read in this.
Okay, so we are all done at IKEA, and the final verdict here is that I don't know if I feel like it's anything special. I know we didn't go through like every single item, but I went and walked around the rest of like the showroom and stuff, and they didn't actually have any of the new items that came out today on display, unfortunately, to like really test out and not be like up on a shelf. That would kind of be crazy for me to go on if I was just a regular shopping customer. If you really love something from the collection, definitely get it and check it out. I think the prices are pretty justifiable. And I know I always say this, but I will be saying it until I am in the grave. But always try and shop vintage first. You can find things for a much better price and get something that's exactly the same quality, if not better, and made out of real materials and are not mixed in with some kind of like wood goop or, some kind of like filler material that's going to kind of wear down not so well with time. So if you have access to vintage stores and stuff like that, you can definitely find similar things. If you're looking for things of the same style, definitely go on Etsy or Cherish and check out some space age items because I do see a lot of influence of like space age and tubular design within this collections. And yeah, that pretty much finishes up everything I have to say about the collection. I think it's good. I think it's unique for IKEA. Again, I don't love their colors that they pick because they're always like so bright in not a good way. What do
Okay.
you have to say?
Honestly, I was a little underwhelmed. I know it was spring themed, but it was honestly just all so bright that I wouldn't know what to do with it. And I didn't get to test out any of the furniture, but I think nonetheless it wasn't giving what I would hope for it to give in a space that I would hope to cultivate.
How many stars?
I think this one I feel more comfortable giving a 2.5 out of 5.
Wow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know we didn't buy anything or anything like that, but I wasn't about to go out and spend my money on something that I didn't feel like I loved or something like that. And of course, I encourage you guys to do the same thing. It's okay to leave the store without something in your hands. Let me know what you think about the collection in the comments. Let me know if you have another episode or another furniture launch within the interior space that you'd like me to review. Obviously, this series, again, is not sponsored. I don't get paid for any of this, and this is my real honest feedback. And I want to make sure that you guys are getting that because of all of the different paid influencers out there who are just giving you, a filtered opinion. So definitely stay tuned. We have lots of fun stuff coming in the future. If you didn't know by now, I'm actually an interior decorator and I offer both full service design as well as per room consulting sessions where we can kind of figure out a plan for your space to really get it to the place you want it to be at. There's a ton of really great information about it on my website, and you can click the link in the description to book your first consultation. I love you guys so, so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned, and I will see you next Sunday.